Well, thank you, Kevin, and it's great to be here. I have to tell you that one of the greatest honors of my life was getting to meet Chief McSween and his incredible leadership here at York Region Police. I could tell a lot of stories in our short interaction. When I crashed the cadet party getting sworn in, I've done that. I've come late at night on a Saturday night to the call center just to say hello. I've been to information management. So I want to thank you for giving me unprecedented access to visit and to say thank you. And to really say how much our government appreciates absolutely everything that everyone at York Regional Police does. It's amazing. I wanted to open with a comment that when the chief was kind enough to invite me to the commission ceremony for the cadets a few months ago, I said to them that their role as new officers is to make a difference in a person's life without them knowing it or least expecting it. Because we can't expect to do everything. I said to them, it's impossible. The task is too great. Do one thing and you will feel that you've changed the world. And I think this is something that we have to remember tonight. When I think of our OPP officer that we've lost, Sergeant Mueller, and Deputy Commissioner Kearns, our thoughts are with the OPP. It's one of the hardest jobs that any chief can do, is to get the news that one of their own has fallen. And I feel very much part of the brotherhood and sisterhood with Ontario's police service, with the OPP, with all the police services here. And today we stand, and I want to acknowledge my colleagues who stand with me in the legislature each and every day, our ministers, our MPPs. These are incredible people that together with the Premier, I say it all the time, but it's absolutely true. My colleagues will attest. We have never had a government, never have had a Premier in my generation that is more concerned about our public safety than our government, led by Premier Ford. And it's something that we have to acknowledge, because through Premier Ford's leadership, we say proudly each and every day to all the naysayers who say that we have to go in another direction, we say no, we will always have the backs of everyone that keeps Ontario safe. And it's a great honor to say it. It's a privilege. And we were devastated. Thank you. Today we stand in the shadow of tragedy. Ontario is a province in mourning. And we were devastated to learn that earlier this morning, as was said, 2 officers were injured and 1 officer was killed responding to a call in Berger, Ontario, just outside of Ottawa. A veteran officer, as we know, of over 21 years of service, Sergeant Mueller devoted his life to keeping his community safe. I saw the clip from Commissioner Carrick earlier this evening, and it is just unbelievable. I take this so personally. The Premier takes this personally. Our cabinet, our caucus, everyone takes it very personally. He will be remembered as a hero in life, and certainly not death. And I'm proud to wear the pin. I want to also acknowledge the associations. Without the associations, as brotherhood and sisterhood wouldn't have the support that they need to get us through these times. And I want to especially shout out the YRPA. They are an amazing group. I've been there. They've taught me things that are unbelievable. And through that, Jasmine, I've learned a lot about the victim services and what you do right here in York Region. I want to wish a speedy recovery to the 2 officers who were injured today. One of them, thank God, has been released from hospital, and the other, we hope, will be on his way for recovery. We will always stand with everyone that keeps Ontario safe. Everyone has a right to live safely in their own homes and communities. This is something that I say. I've said it in the legislature. I've said it throughout my travels in Ontario. I want to acknowledge what I believe is truly one of the best Deputy Solicitor Generals we've ever had, Mario Di Tommaso. And Mario, I have to tell you, We've traveled together throughout Ontario, and when we've been in tough times and tough circumstances, we were there following the days of Andrew Hong, and we went to Innisfil following the tragedies with Constable Northrop and Russell, and afterwards with Constable Gala. And I remember the words that you would say to those people that responded, and part of that brotherhood and sisterhood to an officer that fell. And I'll never forget what you said. You said, take care of yourself, take care of each other. And I want to say to the Deputy Solicitor General how important that is. And as the Premier said earlier, our government recognizes that without not only having the backs of everyone that keeps us safe, and that is absolutely the case. But we want to go further, as the Premier said. We want to take the mental wellness of everyone that keeps us safe seriously. And that's why, come hill or high water, we're moving forward with the Runnymede Center for First Responders that will give them a place to go when they need it and recover. And we will treat them with the greatest of respect because they have protected us each and every day. For our Premier, as I said, there's nothing more important than the safety of our province. And I'll tell you why. And again, I've said this before. When we have a safe province, we have absolutely everything. We have a place to raise our family. We have a place to play in the park. We have a place to work. And we have a place to pray. When we have community safety, we have everything. And the people that keep us safe are an extension of our community. And that's what we need to remind everyone. That the people that keep us safe play an integral role. You do service over self. It's something that I learned after the Premier asked me to be in this role, a role that is an honor of a lifetime to serve. I can't thank him enough for entrusting me to learn and to carry his message of public safety. I have to tell you that we can't do it alone, and that's why we're here tonight. We're here to recognize the York Regional Police Victim Services group. It's a small group. It's a powerful group. I understand more now than I did before I was elected on June the 2nd, and I'll tell you why. Because I took absolutely everything for granted. Maybe many of us do, that we didn't know what human trafficking is. We didn't know what the vulnerabilities are for our children. We didn't know it. But it's through Victim Services and the YRP and other great police organizations around Ontario that we become attuned to the serious work that you do to keep us safe. And you take a holistic approach. You deal with physical and emotional and the mental wellness of not only the members of the police services, but also the members that unfortunately become victims and survivors. You're joined by an array of people that are the fabric of our public safety. Our firefighters who are here, and thank you, chiefs, for being here over there. There's 9 strong. I always thank the correctional, parole, and probation officers, because when we send somebody to one of our correctional facilities, we rely on them to keep our community safe. And probably the group that is unsung more than anybody else, in my opinion, are the 911 call operators. I've gone to see them. I've gone late at night. I was there on Easter, actually. I took my wife and my son, because I said to my wife and my son, if you want to know how I want to spend this day, I want to go to the call centers and be with them. And as they celebrated Telecommunicators Week, it was amazing to acknowledge them, and I really thank you for your applause. I want to thank the special constables, because they're vital in the network of keeping us safe. And I want to acknowledge our diversity. Our police services across Ontario, especially Chief right here at York Region, looks like York Region. It looks like Ontario. This is something that is absolutely amazing. And I want to congratulate you for continuing on this path of making sure that that happens. We are a diverse province. Our province is special in so many ways, and those who keep us safe must always look like our province. So I just want to say in closing that coming here tonight, we can make a great difference. And it's important that we do. But it's important that you know that we will be with you every step of the way. Wherever you go, we will go with you. And with that, I want to say thank you. Good evening.